YouTube family! Welcome to another Two Family Homestead live stream. Woo!
Hey, it is Thursday afternoon. How's everybody doing? I see a couple people were almost forgetting it was Thursday, but glad you made it here today. Who all's in here? Let's see. The Little Farmers Farm, Skinner Farms, Wild Ones Homestead, Farming Our Backyard, Camp Panton Family Camp Compound. Hi, Gil. How you doing? Let's see who else is in here. Well, I've got some other names on the wheel. I don't know if they came in earlier and did that or what, but let's see. We got Wild Ones Homestead. We got Walterman Homestead. We got Homestead Dreaming, Wonderland Acres. So we'll just kind of let everybody.
Change your top chat to live chat. You won't keep up with anything.
Or I won't keep up with anything.
No, because top chat that won't show you all the chat.
Okay. Well, I think I'm ready. Okay. As I'm not sure that anybody's here is their first time, at least it's not yet. So just kind of a recap real quickly here. Some of the things we will be looking at your channel should your name happen to come up on the wheel. First thing, obviously, we're going to look at your channel name. Is it easy to remember, easy to spell? Is it easy to find? Look at channel art, which includes things like your banner and your icon. Is it easily legible? Will display well across all devices? We'll take a glance at your description, which is found on the About tab on your channel. Perhaps make some suggestions there. Some different things to enhance that, make it easy to read for people, easy to understand, and maybe throw some hints at you if we see something that some things you might add or take away from it. Glance at your playlists. We'll get into some do's and don'ts on playlists. And, of course, thumbnails. Did you like my thumbnail tonight? We had that little fella there saying, hey, thumbnails matter. Well, okay. Overall, how does your channel present itself? Do you have a channel trailer? Do you have a featured video? We do all of this looking at your page from a browser that is not signed into YouTube. We do that for a couple reasons. Number one, it shows no favoritism of any sort, of any kind. No matter what your channel's name is, it's a non-signed-in browser. By doing it that way, if in fact you have that channel trailer placed in the proper location, when we land on your homepage, it'll just automatically start playing. Not only does that for people that are not signed in. So anyway, I don't know. Can you think of anything else? Your microphone's awful far away. You're going to have to holler real loud if you say anything. Not talking. Quebec Homestead. Let's see, who else we got in here? Got a few in here. Okay, the other thing is, I made kind of a rolling timer, and this is the screen that we will review your channel on. And as you can see, it's got YouTube page up here. And this is actually on a different computer. I've captured it with a capture card. So this is not signed in. We will search for your channel in this icon. But what I want to call your attention to that is new for tonight is across the top here. You'll see a red bar continuing to grow from the left-hand side. Once that reaches all the way to the right, in approximately 10 minutes, that top bar turns yellow. At that, your time is up. The idea behind this is to keep me a little bit motivated so I don't get stuck on somebody's channel. We get to talking too much about it. Try to get more people up here. Any questions?
Skinner Farm said you just mentioned a few things I know nothing about. Wild ones. Nice comment there.
Okay, you just mentioned a few. Okay, well, go ahead and type a question in here. If y'all have a pencil and paper and taking notes, here are some great channels to maybe go model somewhat after. I'm not saying, not saying to duplicate, but I'm saying to model the thought process after. One of those is a huge channel that's Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Most everything we talk about here, you'll find reflected on their channel. Another one that is in here tonight is Homestead Dreaming. Homestead Dreaming is, they do a fantastic job with their thumbnails, with their channel presentation, the way that they arrange their page and everything. So that's another good one to look at. Mama Z, Texas Kitchen. I don't see her in here tonight, but that's another good one to look at. Ivy's Forge and Homestead. Always take notes.
Whiskey and Sunshine. I love that name.
Whiskey and Sunshine Off Grid. Hello. I've got to ask, where is Whiskey and Sunshine from? What part of the country? So anyway, let's get something going here. We'll just kind of get started. You are responsible for putting your name on the wheel. So if you want the link to the form, that you just fill out the form and just type in your channel name, and that is automatically put on the wheel. Type in !wheel.
Maine. They are from Maine.
Well, from Maine. Okay. I don't know why with that name. I guess I was kind of thinking more in the southern area.
Jim Beam?
Yeah, Jim Beam area, down south a little bit where or some moonshine area. Maybe they have their own stills up there in Maine. But anyway, where was I? How did I forget? Well, let's just have at it here. Here's the wheel. Oh, !wheel will get you the link. Our friendly bot will put that in the chat. So here's the wheel. The wheel is being guarded by Smudge. He's properly attired in his face mask. And by the way, if anybody's interested, we do make custom face masks for people. Your choice of anything you would like displayed on it. We don't care if it's proper or not.
I brought him in to wash him.
This is
remember, all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. Hey, Howie.
This is the ones that Sherry and I wear when we go into the stores. Our display model up here that's overseeing the wheel also has a mask on there, but if you have any interest in those, just email Two Family Homestead and we can fix you right up with those. So let's go give the wheel a spin, see whose name is going to come up first that we get to go and pick at. Keep in mind, folks, I am not critically picking on your channel. It's to help your channel.
Oh, they can't talk about what they make.
Okay.
We need to go to Maine.
It looks like Farming Our Backyard is going to be our first contestant on the on the wheel tonight. Okay. So, farming our backyard. Farming our backyard, and let's start the. There we go. Have our little timer start. Farming our backyard. 566 subscribers. They got 190 videos. Cute little logo thing here, and it appears to be big enough and clear enough that you can actually read the text on it, which is a big plus. Okay, farming our backyard, sharing our experiences with you through videos published weekly. Okay, they've done some wonderful things here. Number one, they got their name on their banner. Number two, they tell you that they're going to put out videos that are published weekly, and it's personal experiences for whatever they're doing there. This is going to display well across all devices. It's what I term as a that it degrades well. And the reason I say it degrades well is because on some devices, these outside edges will not display. But nobody would know the difference, because if it's cut off right here and you don't see this group of cows over here, that's fine. And the same way on this side. So it degrades well. I wish I had a television set. Maybe we'll have to work something out with that sometime, just to see what that looks like on a TV. But a TV shows a big, rather than a slice through the center, a TV shows the entire thing. Jump back to the About page, find out a little bit about this channel here. We are farming our backyard. As our name suggests, we share our adventures on a farm, our 100-acre backyard in Northwest Ohio. Our main focus for our videos is gardening, raising chickens, and registered Angus cattle. Our garden mostly consists of raised bed, but we do some in-ground gardening. We expand our garden every year, trying different techniques all the time. Our chickens are pasture-raised mostly, but sometimes they end up in our garden, and that's when they get treats. A herd of Angus cow calf pairs are rotationally grazed as much of the year as possible. Wonderful write-up. And you've left it open enough that you can easily add things. You could add, for example, you could add what growing zone you're in. If you sell meat or meat or dairy products or anything from your place there, you could add that. So there's a lot of things you can do there. Email addresses here. Links are here to Facebook and Instagram. Nicely done. Playlists, they got a couple. So I always look to see if the folks remember to do the description on a playlist, and you did. Nice job. Good job. And we'll always check too. So we'll try the animal one here. And that's a little short, but it's there. So absolutely great. And just glancing down through here, looks like they're all your videos, which is another plus. Oh, 78 videos. Good heavens. All right. Moving on to thumbnails. The all-important thumbnail. Okay, there's the last 18 of them or so. Well, I'm glad that you had the title underneath the last one you released, because I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the thumbnail, and it's got to just be this laptop, and the coloring is poor on this laptop. But I got to tell you, that looks like a scoop of chocolate ice cream. Doesn't look like bread.
It's sourdough bread.
I don't care what kind of bread it is. It looks like chocolate ice cream.
That's his struggle point.
Okay. Thumbnail is all important. Thumbnail is all important. That's the first thing people see. That has to capture somebody's interest before they go any further. If the thumbnail has caught their eye, the next logical step is to read the title. If they like what they're reading in the title, the thumbnail has caught their eye, they'll click on it and view it. If it's part of a, if they've captured it from watching another video, like from an end screen, and it's in a playlist, you maybe can catch them for hours on your channel. It's that YouTube rabbit hole that people dive down into. I like your thumbnails. Those that have titles on, the text is big enough to read. So it's a little tough on the Life Conference one here, but I understand that's just a picture of a banner that they had there, so that's easily understandable. But no, nice job. Good pictures here. Look at these big smiles. That's a big plus thing. So
see, now everybody's seen chocolate ice cream.
I'm telling you. Now, not so much on that monitor, but here, this looks like chocolate ice cream.
That's right.
So, which is fine. I like chocolate ice cream. I like sourdough bread too. So, all right. Did you change anything on the front page here? And you did. Here's a nicely done. Their entire first page here has been custom done up with playlists.
Their rustic traditions thought at first it was dirt.
Okay, so very, very nicely done. I think you can add more than what you have here. I think you can continue to add. And, of course, if you would like, you can put some of those in a vertical format rather than horizontal. But really, really nicely done. Farming Our Backyard, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions in particular or anything, please ask, and we'll do our best to, if we can't answer, we'll do our best to get you an answer. Anything that you noticed you want to say about it, hon?
I've been watching the chat. So.
Okay, well, and that's important. Let me close this. Let me jump back to the wheel. Farming Our Backyard. Thank you very much. You know, we did them last week, 2 weeks ago, or so. And it seems to me that they've made some changes here. Very nice. Okay. Give that wheel a spin. Well, Farming Our Backyard, you need to run down to the local gas station. Get yourself a $1 lottery ticket because you are a 2-time winner tonight here. All right, let's spin her again. Will it grow? Well, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Skinner Farms, you are our next contestant here. Let's get you over here and go find you. Skinner Farms. 311 subscribers, 106 videos. And I have an idea. We're going to have a little bit of discussion on this one. It's a little bit newer channel. How many videos did it say it had? 106. That's what I thought. Okay. Skinner Farms. First thing I notice is there is no banner. It's just kind of a real plain Jane page. Now, banners can be intimidating. You can always start with, okay, for example, free version of Canva is a nice online thing where they have templates and you can make some real nice generic pictures, just to start with, just to get something there. And of course, if you're doing everything with your phone, that's an ideal place to do it, because if you're like me with fat fingers and a phone, editing would be a nightmare. But really need to get a banner up here. And let's jump back to the About page and see what you said about your... Oh, my goodness. All right. So let's talk here just a moment. Description, you said farm vlog. Well, that's short and sweet and simple. And I'm not criticizing what I'm seeing here. I'm simply saying, hey, I'm sure everybody here would like to see more. They would like to see some different things you can do here. Is you can tell a little bit more about what your channel's about here. Is this, do you have a big family, a little family? Are you have a quarter acre or 200 acres? How big is this? Or do you raise cattle? Do you have livestock? Is it a food farm? Is this a animal farm? Is this... In other words, just talk a little bit more, tell a little bit more. Location is a big thing for a lot of people, because people can associate better if they have either similar interests or have friends that live in areas that represent the type of terrain that you live in. I mean, farms are a little different in Arizona as compared to Maine, for example. The other thing is not here. It needs to be here is your email. They give you a place for that. And then, of course, the other thing is if you have any Facebook or other social media accounts, those can all be linked down here. Drop back into playlists, and you've got a couple playlists. Let's see if you have descriptions on your playlists. This one does not. Now, the description on a playlist is every bit as important, in many cases more so to have a description there than it is to have it on the video itself, because you're representing an entire group of videos here to folks. And so this just says gardening. It'd be nice to have a little description here. How we did our, and I've not looked through any of your videos, but how we did our raised bed gardening in 2020, for example, or during our COVID stay-at-home practices. The description is lacking there. I'm going to do the cooking, barbecue, smoking food. And again, description not there. You picked some good topics. Let's take a quick peek at the thumbnails. And let's talk about thumbnails. We'll get the last 18 of them here on the page. Okay. Looks like you do a lot of cooking. cooking videos here.
Cinnamon roll waffles. Mm.
What's that?
Cinnamon roll waffles. Spaghetti bake.
You got some good pictures. You really do. But now let's get critical. This last picture you have here is the one chip challenge. If you were zoomed in more, so you had just your hand holding the bag there, in my opinion, would be much better. Number one, you could read it, you could see it, and it focuses in on that. Your video, the 3-chip challenge video, I like that thumbnail. I mean, it's got the bag right up front. You've got your mug in the background there, just kind of overlooking the thing. That's good thumbnail. Cucumber and onion salad. I gotta be honest, I don't care for the thumbnail. I can't tell what it is. I have to go down and read that, and then I'm looking back up at it, and I think the thumbnail there is not doing that video justice. Pickled banana peppers.
Well, you got to realize some of the thumbnails are what YouTube picks out. And you can tell what I think they're what YouTube picks out.
Could be. And all right, let's talk thumbnails for just a moment here. We're going to go generic on the thumbnails. When you upload a video, YouTube will select 3 frames out of that video and arbitrarily pick one to become a thumbnail. Doesn't mean it has to be that. You can always take your own picture, you can create your own thumbnail, and you can upload that after the fact. Not only that, but you can change it as often as you want. So out of the 3 that YouTube picks, you have your choice of those 3. You can leave their default, or you can select the other 2. And your other option is to upload a thumbnail. And that's a good point, Sherry. I didn't think about that. In most cases, you're going to want to upload your own thumbnail. I'm kind of betting you uploaded your own thumbnail on this one here about the happy birthday to your beautiful bride there. I doubt if YouTube pulled that out. A couple others just to talk about here. The spaghetti bake, the verbiage on that is a little bit on the small side. It's very difficult to read. Let me bring my magnifying glass here. I can read it a lot better with my magnifying glass. In this one, the lettering is bigger, but it's very difficult to read. It just kind of blends into the background. Now, ways to improve that is to give it a different color background, to outline the lettering, to do some things a little bit differently with the fonts and expression of the lettering. But that's pretty much the case here with most of these. Now, this one, because of the blue background, the congrats grad, it's easy to see and easy to read. Let's go back to the home page. And the other thing that I noticed here, and I didn't say anything about the last one, I don't see the trailer video. Trailer video, 30 to 90 seconds. Quick video, just a little bit introducing yourself and the players in your channel and what people can expect to see here. That would automatically be playing here. You can now modify this page. You can put some of your playlists up here on this front page. You can just kind of openly redesign it. Good ones to look at. Homestead Dreaming, Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. And there's others. There's others, but those 3, I don't even have to look at them. I know.
Well, Big Bear also has good thumbnails.
Big Bear has good thumbnails. I don't know that he falls into all the other categories. I don't know if he's got does he have a trailer video?
Ask him, he's here.
He is.
They're both here.
Robin Rear.
And Big Bear Homestead.
Big Bear Homestead.
Davey here.
Do you have a trailer video? Okay. Skinner Farms, thank you so much for being here. I've used up all my time on you. So let's go get another channel up here. Skinner Farms, thanks so much for being here.
Morning, Adam. See there? Of course we do.
Oh my goodness. This has happened. Is it going to make it? It did.
Good.
Walterman Homestead.
Megan. Yeah, ours is old also. Jason.
Okay. Walterman Homestead. Okay, and their little logo thing, a nice little family portrait there. Just over 1,000 subscribers, 184 videos. Walterman Homestead. I'm guessing this is a picture of their place. They have a 19-second trailer video that just popped right up here playing, so that's a plus. Jump back to the About page real quick. Let's get through on this. We're Dylan and Megan Walterman. We have two beautiful children. We are in the early stages of homesteading. We are located in South Central Indiana, Zone 6B. We are learning to get closer to our food by gardening in our 872 square foot raised bed garden and greenhouse. We also raise chickens and meat birds. We enjoy using what we grow and raise on our homestead and our chicken. We have big dreams and the desire to turn them into reality. Take care and God bless. Email address, and they have links to Instagram, PayPal, Teespring, and Facebook. Okay, let me just make a real quick comment here on this. With the exception of, I'm just looking to double check before I say, with the exception of take care and God bless, every sentence you have starts with we. And I just not sure. I think you could make that just flow a little better with some changes. Just a thought. Your own judgment. I'm not saying it's bad, good, or indifferent. It struck me as odd that every single paragraph begins in that fashion, or every sentence. Playlists. Got a bunch of playlists. So let's see if you have descriptions under these. And you do. And cooking in the kitchen, that's a big playlist. And again, good job. Jumping back to thumbnails. All right. I like your thumbnails. Colors are bright. Lots of facial expressions in your thumbnails. Those are the plus things. The unplus things, even though in a real general term, you've done things properly, is this little sign you have in here. Watch DIY plucker in action. I got the magnifying glass out just to be able to read that. I'm not sure that it helps because it's so small that I think a lot of people glance over it. They don't have the ability to just pull this magnifying glass out of their pocket. This is another one. It's a little small. A little bit small on the text. So if I had to say anything, I would suggest that you increase your font size and your thought bubbles that are blown up here with that. But great pictures. Nice job. Nice job. All right. Uploads default container, and then you've jumped right into individual playlists. You only added 3, but you have so many more you could add in there. Nice job. Now the thing to remember when you add these playlists, the description on that playlist will show up here. Not all of it if it's real long, but enough you can get you can convey more information to potential subscribers on your page. Walterman Homestead, very, very nice job. Hope we helped you in some little way. Let me, okay, that's still good. Let's go get the wheel going again. Any questions for us on anything we looked at? Walterman Homestead. Oh, and Walterman Homestead, they're members of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I just put a message out there. So you don't know anything about it.
Oh. Okay. So, Walterman Homestead is a pack member. Member of Smudge's Pack. If you'd like to be a member of Smudge's Pack, just click that join button down below. And as Sherry typed in there, looks like this month our members will be getting a microfiber towel with smudge on it. So,
Copper Kettle Farms. I love my Copper Kettle Farms towel. Awesome, Crystal.
all right. So let's go get the wheel going again here. Walterman Homestead, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being a pack member.
Hey, the Beehive Homestead.
Oh, it looks like we're going to stop at the Prepper channel here.
Gil.
Camp Patton Family Compound. Gil does a lot of videos and live streams on prepping. Does a fantastic job. Let's get his channel up here and see what it looks like on the surface. Okay, a little over 1,000 subscribers, 328 videos. Okay, Gil, I'm gonna pick on you here. I like your banner, but if I was looking at your channel on a phone, I would not like your banner because I'm not going to see it all. Let me move my magic marker down here and increase the size a little bit. Somewhere in this vicinity right here, and right about here, everything to the outside of those areas will not be shown on a phone. So in other words, they're not going to see all your text. They're not going to see all of your dozer over here. However, I think the text is the most important. So, just to make you aware of it. Let's talk a little bit about your logo here, too.
Banner will be updated when I get one I like. There you go.
Okay. The logo, I got to get a little picky on the logo here as well. Simply because it does not display even under magnification all the words. They've been cut off because of the size. It's almost like you've tried to get too much information in there. Keep in mind it's a logo. McDonald's doesn't have to have the name spelled out. They just need the golden arches. So it's a logo, and then people can remember it from there. You have a video plan here that is probably some sort of a trailer. It's Welcome to the Camp Patton Family Compound. It is a little on the long side. It's almost 5 minutes long. Typical trailer videos are 30 to 90 seconds. I say do your absolute best to not make them over 3 minutes. And the reason for that is this is just a quick informational video. Think of when they come out with new movies, how the movie trailers are. They're not very long. It's just to get that interest. Let's go look at the About page here. Welcome to the Camp Patton Family Compound. In 2016, we started looking for a place to retire to outside of California. The reasons we won't go into here. My daughter had married, and I was wanting to settle down in the Rexburg, Idaho area after she graduated college. My wife said we should look there because she wanted to be near the grandbabies. We found a place 15 miles from Idaho Falls, 4.8 acres lot with a house and a 2-stall garage and a small workshop for $130,000. The price was great, but the property needs a lot of work. Please join us as we work the overgrown property, fix neglected items, plants, and gardens, start a new orchard, and get ready to raise goats, sheep, chickens, and pigs. Watch as I teach my wife and kids how to operate tractors, backhoes, and other farm equipment as we make our little place a safe haven for our family. As a retired emergency management coordinator for DHS, I will be sharing information on emergency preparedness as well. Gil, is that Department of Homeland Security? Is that DHS? That's just what comes to mind. I did not know that. So, all right, you have the email address here, which is wonderful. Gil, do you not I would think you have some Facebook stuff. Facebook, Instagram, maybe some other stuff like that. And if so, I think you're missing a beautiful opportunity here to have links down here to those other social media platforms. Let's jump back here to your playlist, see what you have, and you got a number of them. I'm going to just open up gardening. And you have a description here. Nice job. Let's see what else we have. Well, let's just do food. Okay. I picked this one for a reason, just so we could briefly talk about it. And obviously, this is a brand new playlist, brand new video. I see here it was updated today. You always have to start with something, but don't create a playlist and leave them with one video for a long period of time. The whole idea of a playlist is a collection of videos that center around a like topic. Gil, nice job on that. Take a peek at some of your thumbnails. We'll get the last 18 of them or so looking at here. And I'm just kind of sitting back and taking it in. All right. Here's a couple comments. I am a fan of the bright colors. I think bright colors helps. And you obviously have bright colors in here. You have decent sized text. For the most part, it's pretty easy to read. There's a few that this one's a little smaller, and these two, the happy birthday is because it's script, it's harder to read. It doesn't stand out as well. The other problem that I see here is the fact that the lower right-hand corner of all of your thumbnails is owned by YouTube. And I don't care what you put there, they'll cover it up. In this case, it's just covering up the R on Survivor. Here it's just covering up some of the question mark. Here it's covering up half the it, covering up part of the S. It's covering up the R.
But also, my thought, Jason, Robin, I don't know. I know you have a decent sized channel. Your thoughts on this? The verbiage on their thumbnails is the same verbiage that's the title of the video.
Oh, I just hadn't gotten to that, but yep, absolutely good point. All right,
because if you notice, I mean, Jason and even Robin, majority of their thumbnails don't have the verbiage. It just has a decent picture. I mean, he just did one with the chicken tractors that he did, you know, and just the picture. Or when Robin was doing the apple cider. Well,
let's talk briefly about the thumbnails, because people see the thumbnail before they read the title to the video. So the thumbnail has to capture the eye, and of course that's all subjective, and that's why you'll find these channels out here that they'll stick these half-naked girls on and half-naked guys on. It just depends on what their audience platform is. If they're after the young males or the young females, you know, whatever they decide to throw on there. Of course, clickbait is another topic altogether. But if you decide to put verbiage on a thumbnail, is it adding to the video?
Yeah, exactly, Robin. Robin says most of the time we don't use text because it's hard to put it on top of a picture and not to be hard to read. Exactly.
So,
yeah, and everybody, yeah, and he was told to leave the verbiage. Yeah. And
of course, like with Gil's here, with some of these, he has no picture; it's all verbiage. But he's also, like this one, forgotten about the timestamp there. It just covers it up. Timestamp, covering it up. And so that's a common thing. Now, all is not lost. You could certainly go in and take this exact thumbnail, just modify it slightly, and re-upload it. Because you can do that at any time. You can change your thumbnails every day if you wanted to.
Yeah, Jason says something about he changes his thumbnails more than Sid changes his underwear. I'm not sure who Sid is or how Jason knows this.
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney. Jeez. Thank you. Sid, I didn't even think about that. Backtrack.
So
I still don't know how Jason knows that.
I don't want to know either. I don't either. So, Gil, that's my thought on a lot of those.
He didn't realize about the timestamp.
All right, let's jump back to your home page here. The uploads is a default container, and then you've modified your home page, and that the big plus to that.
Yeah, exactly.
However,
Crystal Canva.
However, Gil, you cheaped out. You went in there and said, well, what else can I put on this page? I'll create another container. And YouTube says, well, here's create a playlist. Well, that just bunches them all together. Take the time and put your playlists up here individually. When you put them up individually, it also displays the description on those playlists. And of course, you have the opportunity to place those in a horizontal or vertical format. So I've already used up more time than I should have. Gil, thank you so much for being here tonight. Love seeing you, and hope maybe we had some good suggestions and to help out here for you. So let's go get the wheel going again here. Looks like Wonderland Acres. That's where it's going to stop. Wonderland Acres. Newer channel, 295 subscribers. They got 22 videos. And everybody in the chat, these folks have all come here saying, hey, here's my channel. Everybody take a look at it. Go look at it. Go give them a shot. Subscribe to them. Help them out. Help them grow. I like, they've done a couple neat things here on the banner. Number one, they have this sign on the banner that's easy to read. And they've gone a step further and kind of indicated, well, this makes it a little bit more 3D. Let me get my, I'll just use a magnifying glass. In this area right here where they've incorporated the leaf over top of the sign. Nice job. Nice thought. You could probably do a little bit of that over here as well. Just saying. Nicely done. 295 subscribers. I do not see a trailer video. Do not see a trailer video. Let's jump back to the About page and see what your channel's about. Description reads as follows. We reside on 2.5 acre, 100-year-old farm in rural Iowa. Our home and antique buildings are nestled in the middle of over 100 acres of farmland in growing zone 5A. Our property is shared with rabbits, sheep, muscovies, turkeys, and chickens, with plans to expand into other livestock as our pastures grow. Our animals are our passion, along with DIY projects and Jeeps. Our handcrafted videos will be based around raising livestock, life on the farm, and various projects as our family grows. We'd love to have you come along as we work to build our dream farm. Thanks for the support. Email address is in here properly, links to Facebook, and an Amazon wish list. That's a nice write-up. It's a nice write-up. And again, you've left it open-ended enough you can come in and perhaps add some seasonal changes to it, just depending. Let's go see what you have in the way of playlists. You got a few. So we're going to open up a couple at random. See if you have descriptions, and you do. Big plus. And let's do raising a farm dog. We'll look at that one. And again, good description. I usually only check 2 unless I find you're missing one or a 50-50 deal. Then we'll sometimes do 3. But nice selection of a playlist here. Jump back to your videos, and let's see what we have here in the way of thumbnails. And again, we're just kind of kind of look them over here. Okay, here's the big plus thing on your thumbnails. Easy to read text. You have also, I see it somewhere. You have also done a little bit of custom work where where there's some things over top of the thumbnail. For example, the cleanup here, this chicken is actually on top of the verbiage on this side, and on this side the verbiage is on top of this chicken. So again, that's just all plus stuff. That shows you putting extra time and care into your channel, which I love to see. Let's talk a little bit about verbiage again, because we kind of brought that up here a couple channels ago, and let's talk a little bit more about that. Frequently, verbiage on a thumbnail will often follow the less is more mindset. One or two words, high point words, exclamation, like, and I'm going to pick on this one. You have crazy weekend up here, and yet that's the first thing in your titles, crazy weekend. I would suggest that you just use the word crazy by itself, big letters across the top of your thumbnail. Leave the crazy weekend off the title, and ER vet trip to me that's something that would get more viewers than first time canning frequently, because ER people are always interested in other people's misfortunes. It's just the way it is. But great facial shots. I think you've done a wonderful job here on your thumbnails. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, jump back to your home page. And you've done a real nice job here. Individual thumbnails, individual playlists. I would consider detailing this out a little bit more. That's pretty short description. And put together a trailer video. Wonderland Acres. Happy, healthy, homegrown. So, folks, go check them out. Newer channel. We were all there. And not only you give them a hand, but kind of share them with some of your folks. I'm sure they would appreciate it. Wonderland Acres, thanks so much for being here. Glad you could make it today, and hope to see you every time we go live. All right, let's get another one up here. Oh, Skinner Farms. Make your trip to the local 7-Eleven there and get yourself a $1 lottery ticket, because you are in the money tonight. Ivy's Forge and Homestead.
Well, they just came back. Just in time.
Just in time. Ivy's Home and Homestead. Well, you are our next contestant here on our little Price is Right. So let me get the screens changed here. Ivy's Forge and Homestead. Okay, 893 subscribers, 148 videos. I feel I need to talk about the logo here just a little bit. It's difficult to see/read. It's Ivy's Forge and Homestead is what's there. I'm not sure. This looks like an A over an I here, and I don't have an exact cure to make this easier for you, but there's something missing here. It's just a very, very tough one. Ivy's Forge and Homestead. All right. I'm gonna want to talk about their banner here just a little bit. I have an idea what they've done with their banner. Correct me here if I'm wrong, but it appears to me like you went and looked at the template for a banner that YouTube supplies you, and they gave you that safe area, which is right square in the center of this big banner. And that's what you have. That's what you have here. So you made that and left everything else white and uploaded it. So this is what you have, and it will display this way along all devices. I'm not sure that's what you want, but on the flip side of that coin, it is what it is.
The A with the I is my artistic signature, and the arrow around it together is my blacksmith touch mark.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's neat. It's just, I'm sure you'll have to agree with me, because of the size that YouTube does with this. It's a little tough. If you didn't have your artistic ring around it there, and you just had the A and I much larger in that, just saying. Or if you went with just your forging ring mark there. Anyway, I have a trailer video here that's 1 minute, 17 seconds long. Cute part about your banner up here is you have you've included in the graphics a Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram displays with I'm going to say comical characters. It's a whole different style. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's definitely a different style, and one that I'm not used to seeing, because we typically see the banners going all the way out. I would consider, if nothing else, that you use some sort of a colored background behind this, so that it's just not stark white on the outside edges. And when I say colored, I don't necessarily mean solid color. It could be graduated something. Maybe glowing coals. I don't know. All right. Let's go look at the About page, see where we're at here. Description reads as follows. Hey, y'all. This is my video journey in becoming a well-rounded blacksmith, and our journey in life starting a small urban homestead. Currently at our small urban homestead, we are unable to raise livestock due to city restrictions. We will mostly be doing gardening and cooking for our homesteading videos for now. We are able to raise rabbits, so look for that in the future. Our goal moving forward into the future will be our forever homestead on acreage somewhere in the northwest area of Arkansas. We are both retired Navy veterans and give back to this community every chance we get. Once we are fully ready, we will be providing free introductory blacksmithing or woodworking lessons to all veterans. This gives veterans an outlet to take their mind off of war and also to learn some great hobbies. We are sponsored through ISO Tunes, and a portion of these proceeds will go to autism awareness. Links are in most video descriptions. Thanks for dropping in, and we will see you on the next one. Email address is in the proper place, links to Facebook, Etsy, and Instagram. And that's a pretty nice write-up. Pretty nice write-up. Playlists, got a couple. Let's go to the homestead one here because you got 14 videos in that. Open it up. And yep, you get a nice size description here. Absolutely great. Let's go to the charcoal forge build playlist. No description. I caught you. So you've left out the description on this one. Let's go to gardening. And you got a decent description here. So just check your playlist. You're missing a couple on descriptions here. Thumbnails. And we're just kind of looking at them here. Okay. Please keep in mind, it's always opinions. Everybody can have different opinions, but here's my personal initial thoughts in looking at your thumbnails. Many of your thumbnails, not all, but a high percentage, in my opinion, of your thumbnails appear to be washed out, not sharp, faded, nothing there to pop out. For example, let me just grab my little glass here. This one just seems to be washed out. This one seems to be washed out. This one.
Yep, smack me with it.
This is another one. And I don't know if that was in post editing. I don't know. I don't know why those look so washed out as compared to some of these others where obviously the color they're fuller. And here's one where you're half naked or more. So, all right, well, let's look at this one. Let's let this growing begin. Well, you've got this little orange tag up here with, I'm sure what this is this Beard Up Challenge 2020. But this tag is doing you no good in this picture because nobody can read it. I got my magnifying glass on it. Nobody can read it. We come up here, this thank you, and then you have a hashtag word. The hashtag word's not legible, and it's not helping you. There's nothing in that hashtag word there that is helping this video at all. So why have it? Again, very, very difficult to read what you have here. And yet I see in this video, in this thumbnail. Don't see it in all of them, but I see it in a high percentage of them. You put your logo in the upper left-hand corner, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good idea. I would think what you would want, if you want to do that, is you would want a good sharp thumbnail picture and a logo that's kind of washed out, more like a watermark. So we've kind of talked about all those. We'll go back to the home page here, and you've redone this. Nice job. Put some of your playlists out here. I'd do away with this creative playlist. I would just do away with it. Use your individual playlists here. If you want to change them seasonally or whatever, you could do that. I believe you could put more out here. And I know that you could easily expand some descriptions on some of these. The woodworking needs a description. Beginner blacksmith needs a description. And you can also change the layout. You could go into some vertical layouts. I know that I'm being told that the timer thing has gone off. It's into the yellow. So I need to go. Ivy's Forge and Homestead, thank you so much for being here. I hope maybe we gave you a couple ideas. And let's get on to the next one so we can keep rolling. The Beehive Homestead. Okay. And before I go to this, I noticed that this name is on the wheel here twice.
And somebody said, Beehive? Yeah, they said that they put it on there twice. They realized that.
Okay. But I guess I'm curious because I didn't think you could do it twice.
You can.
Well, I guess what I'm curious is there two people in here? I mean, if you have different sign-ons, you could, but the same person signing, and that's fine, irregardless. So the Beehive Homestead, you are our next party here, coming down to the mat. Smudge approves you, and our judge over here with the big eyes has approved you. So. All right, here we go. The Beehive Homestead. All right. Well, my first question is, did I type something wrong?
I can't find it.
Search instead for the... Search instead. There it is. Okay. Because of the way that you have spelled your channel name and what have you, and you're obviously a very, very new channel, 35 subscribers, you only got 4 videos out there, make sure that people understand how to spell your channel name. As you can see, I had a problem getting to it. And that's why I always ask for you to type your channel exactly how it's supposed to be, and I see this. But the Beehive Homestead.
I wonder why I can't read it.
Did you spell it all as one word?
Yeah, I copied and pasted. So coming up, because I was going to put the link out there. Can't do that. Strange.
Sherry's having her own problems getting to it, but I am here. So,
Josh, I'm going to put a link here. Click on this link, and that'll get your channel name on the wheel. and just put in back of beyond just how your channel name is there. Click on that link. That'll get your name on the wheel.
Okay, the Beehive Homestead. And that's a very, very cute play on the way you did that. Just make sure people are aware of it. Get yourself some business cards made now, and if you ever tell anybody, keep them in your pocket at all times. Ever tell anybody, hey, I got a YouTube channel, come check it out. Make sure that they have that in hand so that they understand, it's not typed out the way I would expect by just hearing it. Cute banner picture where the focus is on the bee. However, there's no verbiage of any sort. You do have a trailer video here that's 1 minute and 18 seconds long. The logo is cute. The logo is nice. I'm going to jump back to the About page. All right. Description is short. This is very, very, very short. Welcome to our 3-acre backyard in Southwest Virginia. Just a man and his family going back to our roots that God provided as we try to live the life of homesteading. Check us out as we begin this journey because it should be fun. And it's a great lifestyle, young man. It truly is. You've said a lot here, but you've also left a lot to be said. You could have in here, what will people expect to see on your channel? Check us out as we begin this journey. Are you going to have videos on gardening? Are you going to have videos? You have 3 acres. I don't know if are you going to have livestock? Are you going to have chickens? On this 3 acres, do you have all the outbuildings? Are you going to be building any outbuildings? What are you going to be doing? What's your videos going to be about? Is it going to be a vlog type thing, or is it going to be a DIY channel type thing? Fill us in on what you're doing here. If you're doing gardening, what kind of gardening? What's the growing zone? If you are doing some other type of groundwork, or if you're going to raise rabbits, or if you're going to raise chickens and pigs and goats and sheep or whatever, you can put all that stuff in here. Okay, playlists. No playlists, but obviously you're still just getting started. Videos, well, shoot, you only got, 4 videos. Now, I want to talk briefly about your videos. I'm just looking through here. Your first 2 videos, I'm guessing all your videos have been done with a phone, which is fine. Nothing wrong with doing videos with a phone. However, I'm gonna put myself on the full screen here, just so you can see. If you're gonna do videos with your phone, do not hold your phone in this position. Always video this way. If you notice, the window screen is this shape and this fills it. If you hold it in this fashion, you have black sidebars going down, up and down each side, and there's no way you can ever get rid of those and maintain a decent quality video. So just something to keep in mind. All right. Your thumbnails, everything here looks like it's something that YouTube selected for you, where you've not created any of your own thumbnails. And again, you're just getting started. And I'm so happy that you're here and are wanting to look at your channel and say, hey, how can I maybe do this better? So I'm going to say creating some of your own thumbnails. Now we've got somebody in here, Copper Kettle Farms. You run over and subscribe to her channel, and she is a graphics artist. And she will also, I'm probably speaking out of turn here, but I bet she would, because she has done it for our channel, some of our Tech Tuesdays, where she will give people hints and suggestions on using Canva and other editing programs. We don't get into the editing here on Thursdays, but on Tuesdays we frequently do, both for video editing and photo editing and online editing. So, Beehive Homestead. You don't really have enough here to do much modification on the front here, but number one, thank you for getting started. And it looks like you're on your way. It'll take a little bit of time, but I think you're doing good. And I see in your little trailer here you've got some gardening going on and a couple youngins that are all a big part of your life. So, Beehive Homestead, thank you for being here. Love to have you come back every time we're live. Thanks so much. Let me check this. Let me Sherry, you go ahead and talk for a minute. I want to redo the wheel here.
Okay, Robin. How do you know? Trust me, we did enough of videos ourselves, putting it in portrait. Hey, Carol, how's Florida today? Okay, fix the name, explain our channel more, hold the phone appropriately, thumbnails.
That's a start. And if you ever have any questions, email us, twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Be more than happy to help you.
Oh, yeah, even if you only have one video, we don't care. It's not the amount of videos that you have up.
Not at all.
You know, that's right. We all grow together.
You betcha.
Got it.
All right. And I'm glad I did this because we've got a lot more names
Lonnie,
on the wheels.
How are you? Welcome.
All right, so bring the wheel back over and let's give her a spin.
It rained here all afternoon, Carol. This off-grid life.
Okay.
That's okay, Ivy's Forge. You're allowed to do that.
This is interesting. Let me do it this way. There we go. This off-grid life. Just over 1,000 subscribers. I got 35 videos. And very unique banner. Will display properly across all devices. Nice job. Your little logo here frequently doesn't work well with full portraits of people simply because the pictures are so small that the clarity isn't there. You can't really see what's there. So I would consider coming up with some sort of logo thing here that's simpler, easier to make out. Or zoom in and just get a couple face portrait shots. Like that would be another option. Do not see a channel trailer here. Channel trailer is 30 to 90 seconds in length. Just a quick introduction to your channel, your names, rank and serial number, how many people you've captured today, and how many kids you have, and how many you're selling next week at the auction.
Oh, they're selling kids? Oh, those are goats. I need some goats to clean out the garden.
Oh, we could use something. Well, just borrow a couple cows from rears.
From Big Bear. I can sit there and go, cow, look, cow.
All right, let's go back to the description on the About page. It reads as follows. We are a couple, Greg and Katie, who have decided to make the plunge and live life unconnected to the always increasing expensive grid. We have found a wonderful 5 acres of land with warm southern exposure, lots of forest and wildlife. Through this process that seemed daunting and complicated at first, we have found the secret to living off-grid. It's simple. Join us as we break down costs, explain our current and future off-grid systems, and show you how you can make the transition even if you aren't living in the woods, and experience the process of us building our ultra-efficient off-grid home. Wow. All right. Plus things here. Your email address is here, and you have links to Instagram and Facebook. Let's talk about the description. It is a mouthful. It is difficult to read. It carries on. Always in a description, just keep this in the back of your mind. Short paragraphs, no more than 3 lines without a blank space between to the next line and or paragraph. Keep them simple. Keep them easy to look at. Just like your off-grid systems, keeping them simple. That's what makes it work. You do not have anything here. I want to make sure before I said. I don't see anything here that gives any indication of the climate where you're at. I mean, you do say southern exposure, but you could have southern exposure in Maine or southern exposure in Louisiana. So I would venture that you could very easily incorporate. You don't want to give away your address. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying here, but I am saying some sort of a reference where people can associate to that reference point. So, are you living in an area that has 2 seasons or 4 seasons or good examples? Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Go look at the description on that channel. Homestead Dreaming. Go look at her description on her channel. Big Bear Homestead. Go look at his description on their channel. You'll find very pointed descriptions on all those. Easy to read, easy to navigate. Playlists. Let's go check that out. You've got a couple. House build. Gonna just open that one first, and there is no description. There's no description here. So let's go back to chickens. Again, no description. So, description on a playlist, I've mentioned this before, is every bit as important as it is on a video. It's a collection of videos that have a common theme. That's the whole idea of a playlist. But put that description down there because it can also play into modifications on your page display on the homepage of your channel. Now, there's one other thing that I've stumbled in this particular playlist. I mean, this may be elsewhere as well, but you have a video in this playlist that is not yours. The majority of them are, but you have one here that is not. We never recommend you have other channels' videos in your playlist, with the exception of doing collaborations with other channels.
Yeah. They said, I didn't even know you could do a description for a playlist. Oops.
Okay. You have this video down here, Foundation Slab versus Pier and Beam, which is better. It's a Matt Reisinger video. I think he has the build show, if I'm not mistaken. And I know it's a good quality video, but it has no business in your playlist, and it certainly doesn't have any business in a chicken playlist. So this is something you want to be cautious of. Just be aware. Okay, let's go look at some of your thumbnails here real quick. Get about the last 18 of them here. All right, as a group of 18 videos, just glancing at them at all. Number one, which one catches your eye first? And then, gosh, which ones of these can you not read? You can say, hey, there's fonts there, there's letters there, but what's that say? And I squint my eyes and get a little closer. So you have some things where the verbiage on the thumbnail is either too tiny, not enough contrast, or too long to be there. Now, again, I haven't gone through these specifically real closely on all of them. But, for example, your most recent video here, buying an off-grid property, you have that on your thumbnail. That's the first words in the title. That's very, very redundant. So if you're going to have that on your thumbnail, buying an off-grid property, you don't need it in the title. They've already read it once. Just a thought. Now, the plus side about what you got here, you got a lot of facial shots. You got a lot of smiles. You got a lot of, I'm going to use the term enthusiasm. Personality has been placed into a lot of these thumbnails. Those are all just big plus things. And it looks like you've done some experimentation. This one here is a totally different style than this. Or this. And that all just comes from experimenting. You come down to this one. The staying cool and the schooly, I couldn't read until I got the magnifying glass over it. But then the title says, How We Stay Cool Living in This Off-Grid Schoolie. The staying cool doesn't need to be there. 36 degrees, that's fine. That's all you need. Okay. Go back to the home page.
You're done.
I know. We're at the home page. You have create a playlist as an added thing here. Just delete that. Delete that. And then go back in and add playlists one at a time, because that will also then show your description, which you're going to go add to your playlist. And you'll see examples of that on some sites such as Homestead Dreaming. This Off-Grid Life, thank you for being here. And if you have any questions about anything we said, please give us an email. And we will see what we can do to clarify for you. All right. New spin on the wheel. Okay. Brandon Jackson.
Brandon, are you still here?
Brandon Jackson. 244 subscribers, got 78 videos.
Yeah, Wonderland Acres. He tries almost every week. So I hope he's still here.
Okay, Brandon Jackson. He's from England.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Pretty sure he's
there
from
he
England.
is. Yep, there he is.
Pretty
Yep.
sure he's
A
from
young
England.
man, yeah, young man from UK.
And done a nice job here on his banner. I will make the comment here. I'm not saying it's bad or indifferent or anything like that, but it's going to get cut off about right here. Can't draw a straight line. So these areas will not show on a handheld device. Just so you're aware of that. The center part is all going to be there, and that's wonderful. And you did a nice job on that, Brandon. Without question, you did a nice job. Has a 29-second trailer video here. Tells a little bit about himself. Let me close this, get this back out of the way here. We'll jump back to the About page. Hi, guys. My name is Brandon. I am 22 years old, and I am autistic. I've been making content on YouTube since 2007. I recently achieved a 1,000 subscriber and over 500,000 views, but due to my difficulty with reading and processing information, I was unable to clearly read the terms on a software update, and it wiped my channel. I was trying to convert the channel into a business one so I could change my name. However, this meant I ended up losing all my content, hence starting this new channel. So Brandon has been there and has restarted. Although this channel was actually started back in 2016, but he's been a long time YouTuber. Briefly mentioned here on the description, the same thing we say because it applies across the board to any channel. No more than 3 lines of text per paragraph, multiple paragraphs, and space it out. It makes it so much simpler for anybody and everybody to read. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 lines all squished together. No defining spaces. Little emojis in the text. I'm going to say a personal opinion here. I don't think that helps at all. I really don't. Now, if you add those into a video title, that's a little different story. But in the
Never mind. That was for me. You won't understand it.
Okay. All right. So, got the email here. Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, and he has a second channel as well. Playlists, got a couple. We're going to go into vlogs and see if he has added the all-important, and he has, making memories of my life. So he has done that, and travels. We'll just open that one up here at random. And again, he has put in a description here. Yep. Brandon's been around a long time. He pretty well knows what he's doing here. Let's take a peek at some of his thumbnails. All right. Time for me to get a little critical here with you, Brandon. So just hang on with me. I'm looking at this, and I see you do a lot of live streams, and that's fine. We do a lot of live streams too. But what I'm seeing with your live streams is that, let me get my magnifying glass pointer tool. I'm going to start down here. This one, this one, this one. I want you to notice these all have different verbiage on it. Have you picked it up? You can't, because they all look alike. They all look alike, yet there's different verbiage. It's too small to see on the thumbnail. And because they all look alike, people don't know if they've seen it before or not, and they're not going to watch it again. The picture is what attracts the attention first, not the title. And so I would, if this were my channel, I would modify these thumbnails to indicate that they are very, very different. Same thing here up at the top, these 4 live streams with the blue background. The background, even though they have the little emoji things in the upper right-hand corner, which are different. They've got the little thinking thing, and they've got, I don't know, the moon and the clapboard and the megaphone. That's not enough difference. And the text is too small to read. So those are all opinions. I think you're doing yourself a disservice, Brandon. Jump back to the home page here. And it's just your uploads here. Then you've added my YouTube family members. I would take this off. I would not have this up front. You've then added a couple of your playlists here, that's great. And let me just comment here. This is a very, very small description, but you do have a description on this live stream. From the cooking, you have no description. For the vlogs, you do have a little description, a short description here, and a better description on this one. But I would get rid of this YouTube family members. But I would just this is not helping your channel at all. Okay. Brandon Jackson. Brandon, thanks so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat. And let's go grab another channel.
Yep. Already did them. So close.
Farming our backyard. Make that run to the gas station. Get yourself a $1 lottery ticket. We have already done them today. We're going to stop, or is it going to go up to Skinner? Went up to Skinner. Yeah. Skinner, we have already done you today. It's time for you to get 2 $1 lottery tickets.
Brandon, so you're saying go through all my other strains and change it to the blue background style?
No, I'm saying make every single video you have independent, so it's easily recognized as being something totally different. If they look alike, if they look too similar, people can't differentiate the difference between the videos. Irish Nanny Annie. Now that's a name.
That's a new one. Mm-hmm.
Irish Nanny Annie. Let's go find your channel.
She lives in South Korea.
Oops. Irish Nanny Annie, 110 subscribers, 16 videos. Let's go look at this channel. Okay. I'm going to tell you what, you have bordered on some stuff here that I would highly recommend people never do, but you've made it work. I always caution people, if they use script in a thumbnail, if they use it in a banner, to use it with extreme caution, because a lot of people can't read it. But I don't think that's the case here. You've chosen a script font that, at least wise, I feel is pretty easy to read. I like your banner. I'm guessing that this is a representation of a flag of South Korea, perhaps. But daily life, language, culture, health, and well-being. A lot of information on the banner here. And the picture shows up in your logo. Nicely done. All right, let's look at the description. Hello, everyone. I'm a vlogger aiming to share my adventures living and working abroad with others. I have been on so many adventures living in South Korea, and I have seen so many amazing sights. I just want to show everyone my daily life in Korea, so I can open their eyes to the world around them and the different lifestyles. So please join me on an adventure of a lifetime. I do and show the stuff so you don't have to.
It's an Irish flag. I thought it was. It's Irish flag.
Irish flag. Okay.
And the font name is Alex, the name of my grandson. You don't look old enough to have a grandson. Good Lord.
Travel to different places and not having to move away from your screen. Email address is here. Has a link to a Facebook group, Instagram, and a subscription link here as well. I'm going to go back to the home page. I want to see if I missed something, and I am missing something. I'm missing your trailer video. So your trailer video should be 30 to 90 seconds long, and it says, hi, my name is, and here's what you're going to expect to find here. Keep in mind, the trailer video is just a short video to capture someone's interest in your channel. What I did not see back in the About page, and I don't see it on your banner, is how often you're going to upload. Are you going to upload every week? Just once in a while? I don't know. I don't know what your schedule is, but that's something people can.
She's working on her trailer.
Always appreciate. So let's see if you have any playlists put together here. And you do have some. So, again, we're just going to open up a couple. I can't even pronounce this, whatever this is. But there is no description. There's no description here. So that's something you want to do on all of your playlists. You want to add a description. There's no description here either. And all right, let's just quickly talk about this again. Mentioned this with another channel we looked at. These are your playlists. These are not playlists of other people. unless you have done a collaboration where you have joined together with other channels to create kind of like videos, like either a cooking challenge or doesn't matter, where you have other channels working on the same style of video for something, where you've collaborated together, that's where you can add other channels into here. But you have two in here that from a Dustin Klein and a Airing Culture, those are not yours. This is not the place for them, and obviously this is in my opinion. Videos. Let's take a look at your thumbnails. All right. Let me jump out and talk about the first thing that jumps out at me as a problem. All of these videos here, you have gone with some sort of style here where you put in the lower right hand corner something. I'm not sure what, but those are all covered up with the timestamp because YouTube owns that lower right hand corner. You cannot put anything in the lower right hand corner of any of your thumbnails. None of these I can, with the magnifying glass, I can read them, but without the magnifying glass, I cannot. They're hard to read. So, to make them easier to read, fewer words, bigger fonts. If the verbiage on a thumbnail is not adding to the thumbnail, it doesn't need to be there. If it's adding to the video, you don't need to repeat it in the title. Those are two of the important things to remember. This looks like an interesting video here, and I could read the top 10 photo zones, but I don't know what's hiding behind the timestamp here. The other part of this is in the title, you have the top 10 photo shoot, which is virtually the same as top 10 photo zones in the title. So that's a redundancy. Doesn't need to be there twice. But obviously you've got some interesting stuff here. And I'm sure that we've got some people that are going to be looking at your channel here and seeing some of the different things you have. Let's go back to the home page here for just a moment. At this point, this is all default. What I would suggest you do as you grow, I mean, you're still obviously a growing channel, but if you have, I would take one or two of what you feel your most popular playlist would be, and I would add them individually on the front page here. Put a good description on that playlist. Tell about it. Talk about it. It'll show up here on the front page, and you can put them in a vertical fashion or horizontal. You can just make this entire front page yours. You say you're working on a thumbnail. That'll pop up here then once you get that done for the, working on a trailer video. That'll pop up here. Very interesting channel. I think you've got a nice little niche here. You're getting a lot of views for the number of subscribers that you have. So you are on your way. You have got a good start. You only have 110 subscribers, and you're getting some of your videos, you're getting over 200 views. 200 and 300 views on your videos, which is fantastic for someone who only has 100 subscribers. Irish Nanny Annie. Very nice. All right.
Okay. I'm not going to have you do the wheel. Josh, are you still in here? Back to Beyond. Josh, are you still in here? I think he is. So you want to have Crystal on Tuesday night?
Sure. Brandon, the thumbnails I do for my streams, I give a question on a thumbnail, or shall I just have the moldy symbol instead of a message? You can put a message on it, but the whole point is you have to make it legible. I mean, I'm seeing the same basic thumbnail there, and I can tell you have verbiage there, but because I can't read it because it's too small, I can't differentiate one from another. That doesn't matter so much on the initial live stream, but it does if somebody's going back. Yeah, Irish Nanny Annie, thank you so much for being in here. Got any questions? Give us a
okay, Josh, hold on.
Give us an email here, and we'll help you out. So I take it you want me to do.
I want you to bring up back of Beyond.
Back of Beyond.
Yes.
Back of Beyond. As it sounds.
As it sounds. 3 words.
Back.
It's your lucky night, Josh.
Well, let me try.
It was great having you here, Annie. I hope you come back. Yolanda, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard every Thursday. And Crystal, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll shut up.
All right. Back of Beyond. I found them. They got 71 subscribers. Obviously, a newer channel, 18 videos. And the first thing I notice here is you got a channel trailer that's almost 4 minutes long. It's a little bit on the long side. But if it's working for you, it's working for you. New videos every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Homesteading, overlanding, and adventure. Let me make a quick comment on that. You have locked yourself into a very, very tight schedule. Now, granted, you only have 71 subscribers and you're a newer channel, but you have on your right here for everybody to see. I'm going to have a new video every Thursday at 1 p.m. Get rid of the 1 p.m. at minimum. And I would not even necessarily say you could try it for a while. I plan to have a new video every Thursday, but give yourself an out. If you have, maybe you haven't been here long enough to understand that YouTube is a nasty, mean area where people just get crazy.
They do.
People get crazy.
Yeah, it keeps you committed. Well, trust me, Josh, after a while, you may want to be committed.
Also, the other thing to keep in mind, I don't know if this matters to you, but I see 3 youngsters in this picture that you have here. Just be aware that on a handheld device, somewhere in that area, in this area, this stuff will not be seen. So if you have 3 kids, and this little one is fine with, okay, I'm not going to show up on anybody that sees this on a phone, then that's fine. But just so long as you are aware of that. Okay. About page. Description reads, new videos every week. Welcome to the channel. Follow our family for life around the homestead and outdoor overlanding adventures from the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee to the beautiful Blue Ridge of Virginia. Join our journey as we explore our Appalachian roots, down old dirt roads and out-of-the-way places at the back of beyond. Adventurous calling, get out there and see it. Homesteading, overlanding, life outdoors, good health, debt-free living. You have put a snail mail address up here, and you have added your email address, and that's it. No Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter. I'm asking that as a question. If you have any of those, they should be listed down here.
You can also put them on your banner.
Well, and up to 5 links will show on your banner automatically. YouTube does that for you. All right. I personally think that your description leaves people wanting more. They want to know a little more. So you've opened up this Pandora's box. You've said new videos every week. Follow our family for life around the homestead, but you've not said anything about the homestead. Outdoor overlanding. Outdoor overlanding adventures. I'm guessing that terminology to be, I don't know what, maybe driving, going and viewing different places. I'm guessing that's what you're meaning here. From the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee to the beautiful Blue Ridge of Virginia. So I'm going to make an assumption here. Essentially, Kelly, we'll get to that question here in just a moment. I'm going to make an assumption that you live in Tennessee.
Nope. Look at the address, dear.
Oh, in Virginia. Okay, so you're that's right. So you live in Virginia. You talk a little bit about homestead, but you don't say anything in here about it. So I don't know. It could be your use of words into formats that I'm not used to reading. I mean, I certainly know about the Blue Ridge Parkway, and there's no question Smoky Mountains are beautiful. Appalachian. I mean, we're in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains here in Ohio, so that's a very, very long stretch of hills sticking out of the ground. I just think you can do so much better on this description. That's my opinion. I think you can just do so much better. Take a look here at your created playlists. Okay, just get rid of this multiple playlists. Just get rid of it. Because you don't have that much here. Just stay with your created playlists. You have what you're calling 2-Minute Tuesdays. Let's open one of those up. No description. Okay. And I guess I need to make mention here. You have a video in here that is not yours. I see you have one of Mike's videos in here. And Mike makes absolutely great content. We know we know them pretty well. Now, parents even know us since we absconded the grandkids in Hannibal, Missouri, a couple of years ago. But well, we did. Their kids came up to it. We saw them downtown in Hannibal, Missouri, and their kids came up to them. They were with their grandparents. So was it her parents?
Yes, it was hers. Yeah, it was Lacey. It was Lacey's.
It was Lacey's
her,
parents.
Her mother about had a conniption fit when she saw.
Yeah, because strangers and the kids
they saw Sierra come over and hug me.
All right, overlanding. Let's take a look at this playlist. Again, no description. No description. But these are all your videos. That's a plus. Since you only have 3, I'm going to open this one up too.
Sure can, Kelly. Mm-hmm.
No description. So just in the one playlist, you have one of somebody else's videos in there has no business being there. In the, let's take a look at the thumbnails here very quickly. Okay. We have mentioned with some other channels that we've looked at, lower right-hand corner of all your thumbnails always belongs to YouTube. I only see a couple in here that is encroaching on that. This one here, where it's covering up some of the getting started. This one, where it's covering up some of the processing. This one is chicks sticking out there, barely.
Yeah, Josh, that's part of the reason why we do these, because starting out, it's not like YouTube hands you a book and go, this is what you need to do, and this is how you need to go there. I mean, trust me, we learn by trial and error ourselves.
Anytime you put text, you put verbiage on a thumbnail, if it's not adding to the video, it's not needed. It's not helping at all. If you do have text on a thumbnail, that text should not be in the title of the video. So just think about the process one goes through to make a decision whether or not to view your video that you have invested so much time and effort into to share with others. What does that other person, what is their thought process in choosing to look at your video from the millions of videos that are out there? Well, the first thing is that thumbnail. It has to capture their eye. Now, that's not, it doesn't have to be clickbaity. It doesn't have to be real graphic things. It can, but it has to be a good, clear picture. It has to be subject matter minded. If you have verbiage on it, the font has to be easy to read. It has to contrast with the background, so it's easy to see. Your homemade molasses here is a great example. It's very easy to read that. Let me get my magnifying glass back. That's an excellent example of how the font is just easy to read. It jumps out from the picture. The getting started, well, there is contrast there, but this is not near as good as the homemade molasses. The backyard processor. Again, it's very, very thin lines. It just is not as good. It's good, but it's not as good. This log splitter, that blue, there's just not enough. There's not enough definition there. And it's not thick enough, easy enough to see and read. Okay. Go back to your home page. All right, so your default container is the uploads. You then have created playlists. Get rid of that and do those playlists individually. If you do them individually, that way when you put your description on there, that'll show up. I would take popular uploads and I would get rid of that. Because you're so new, I understand why you have this here, without question. I mean, you're trying to fill up the page, you're trying to make it look good. Typically what you find especially with channels that have been on YouTube for any length of time, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. If they have popular uploads on their homepage and one goes down and looks at them, and let's say they've been on YouTube for 10 years. This one is 10 years old. This one's 8 years old. This one's 9. This one's 10 years old. This one's 6 years old. Typically, that's what you run across because they've been there the longest. They have the most views. So just, if I want to know what your popular uploads are, I go to videos and I sort them that way by most popular because there they are. All right, Backup Beyond, thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. Want to thank everybody for coming in here. Before we go, somebody did have a question. I got to go back and find it, unless you remember it.
There's a few questions, so I don't know which one you're talking about.
Well, there was one that I said I would talk about. Washington County News Station, Utah. Hello, hello. Good to see you in here. Essentially, Kelly, if you're still here, I see you made a comment about Canva. And I think you have an excellent question here. If you can be here next Tuesday night, Crystal will be our guest host with Copper Kettle Farms, and you are right in her wheelhouse with Canva. She can answer that question for you, and she can show you how to do your own thing using Canva. I'm looking for it here, and I'm not seeing it. All right. If anybody else had a question that we did not address, please type.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Josh. Monday is 9, Tuesday is 8, Thursday is 5.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. Springfield Ridge Farm. Thank you for
Today's
for
Teresa's
stopping in.
birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
And she got to see Lippy and Buddy today. They finally moved into their house in Kentucky.
Great.
I'm so jealous.
Essentially, Kelly asked about something. Maybe was that it?
Crystal's going to be in the house again. Also had a question about types of videos to make to get subscribers.
Yeah, but
Interesting ones.
Okay, let's kind of talk about that a little bit. Number one, the magic thing to get subscribers is I think you have to have a passion for creating for your genre.
Yeah, you have to be consistent.
Yeah, you have to be consistent, and some things will grow faster than others. Now, having said that, if you stick with it, and if YouTube ever picks you up as a emerging talent, let's say, then the sky's the limit. And we know people that this has happened to. Stony Ridge Farmer, Justin Rhodes, Morgan Gold, Roots and Refuge.
Yeah.
What's Weed 'em and Reap?
Yeah. Danielle. No. Well, even Hamiltonville Farms, Hank.
Hamiltonville Farms.
Once he hit on doing those tractors.
Well, and he was, YouTube promoted him as an upcoming thing.
Yep.
Once YouTube pushes your videos, it's not uncommon to get 10,000 plus subscribers per day for a few weeks. It's amazing what it does. But that's YouTube doing that. And they're the only ones that really do that. Otherwise, you have what I'm going to call the organic growth. So
that's true. Good video quality. Yeah, very true.
Well, and what's more important than the video quality is sound quality. I mean, if you don't have to have the best camera in the world.
If you can hear fly fart, you know it's good sound quality. So if you can hear fly fart, you know it's good sound quality.
Fly fart.
Yeah, that's true. You do have to love what you do to put up with all the stuff that they put you through.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for being here. A special thank you to those that have decided to join Smudge's Pack. We appreciate all of you. And
hey, Sean. Night, Sean.
And we have gifts going out to those members. And if you would decide to join today, you'd be receiving that gift this month. So you can just click that join button below and become a Smudge's Pack member. Helps out the channel a bunch, and
Kelly,
we'd love to have you.
Kelly, I video on my iPhone also. So that's just fine.
Absolutely. Joe, you missed it. I'm sorry.
So Joe, how big is your little puppy now?
Probably 60 pounds, 65 pounds.
He's going to be bigger than Smudge.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just look at him. He's what, 8 weeks old? If you want to see a gorgeous puppy, check out St. Bernard Acres. He has another St. Bernard, a puppy. Broke down and had to get one.
So, everybody have a wonderful weekend. We will see you next Monday night with
45 pounds. Good
with City Girl Country Heart.
City Girl Country Heart.
Next Monday night. Next Tuesday night.
Wonderland Acres. If you run out of chores, come on over here. 13 weeks. Yeah. Oy vey. God, he's going to be a tank.
45 pounds, 13 weeks. Good Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you to our moderators. Have a wonderful weekend. And we will see you somewhere down the road. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.